Welcome back to another episode of Chasin Birdies. It's Thursday. It is a banter session with your two favorite podcast hosts, me and my man JP. What is up, brother, man?
Nothing, man. What's going on? I'll tell you this much. We are actually redoing this episode because I was in bad shape. And
you were in bad shape.
There was some breaking news this week that we are going to get into. But yeah, we had to, man. I was not there for that one. It was bad. Gave no effort. Basically fell asleep.
Yeah, Jonathan, we decided to record a banter session on Monday morning.
It's terrible on your part.
And Jonathan goes to bed at 2:30, sends me a text. Not a condescending text by any stretch, but it says 8 o'clock, falling room, locker room. So I go to bed at 2:45. I get up 7:30. I'm rolling. My man is still in bed. I got a picture of him, which we will not share. He looks like a skeleton trying to record this podcast episode. But that's the way the universe works, people. Sometimes you force things and they fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, breaking news happens.
Breaking news.
And we get to do it again.
But I will tell you, bud, I mean, this Sunday we are leaving for the Chasin Birdies Two-Man at the Greenbrier Resort. And I am going to disclose the list of contestants. Now, I will tell you, man, we're doing a two-man blind draw. So there's going to be a list of A players, a list of B players. One player will get paired with, an A player gets paired with a B player. There are 4+ handicaps in the field. We have 24 people, 4+ handicaps. Mm-hmm. The highest handicap is 10.2.
Well, who's carrying that?
Now, I say the highest handicap is 10.2. That's not real high. 24 guys.
True.
At least I don't think so. So we invited all good golfers. So the list goes: Ryan Bashauer. That's you, man.
That's me.
Jonathan Pepe, Michael Oates, Brandon Katzeff, Eric Tangrady, Ian Patrick, Michael George, Jared Detweiler, Brian John, James Wisniewski, ex-guest, Neil Walker, ex-guest. Eric Tangrady was an ex-guest too. Forgot about that. Matt George, Jason Dahl, Tony Bekovac, Zambos, John Barry, Brad Frank, Nick Sorkin, John Henry, Jared Taylor, J.D. Hunter, Mark Torgent, Matt Koval, and Gary Sisson. So we're going to have a good old time with this blind drawing. I'm sure you'll see some content, but I am really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, we got a little dinner Sunday night at the Summit, which is a nice private dining area that the Greenbrier Sporting Club has. And Monday morning, ball flies on the Sneed, I believe. I don't know.
Old White.
I'm confused. Old White, 10:45. And then Tuesday morning, Sneed. So
Sneed's a private course for those of you who don't know.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see how anytime you go on a golf trip with people, this is not a golf trip. This is a bigger event, but you always want to see how the different people that don't know each other interact. Mm-hmm. We fortunately know everyone, but maybe two people. But it's going to be great. So thank you all for playing, and maybe next year you get back in.
Might be something a little bit bigger. We just had a blast, dude, this past weekend.
I'm still feeling it.
Playin Through, our boys from the Playin Through group were in town Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Of course, we were at the 5-star Nemacolin resort, which was out of this world. Make sure you go plan your trip, nemacolin.com. They've got everything. The pools are outstanding. I mean, the boys, that's all they kept saying is how good everything was. The food, the pools, the miniature golf, which, by the way, you lost. Mm-hmm. Everything. It's dynamite up there right now. But we had Playin Through in Cole Taylor, Tyler Reeve, Cole Swindell. The boys played a little concert Sunday night for all of the members, and it was incredible, man. I think everybody had a blast. Played golf Sunday, played golf Monday. Everyone was happy.
Yeah, I played golf Saturday. I played golf Saturday morning with our boy Oatsy and J.R. Hess. Played golf Sunday, Cole Taylor and Mike George. Mike George has become a little bit of a good luck charm. I told him briefly, maybe semi-jokingly, but the last time I played with Mike George and Matt George at Nemacolin on Mystic Rock, I reeled off 5 birdies in a row, bud. Not a big deal there. 10 through 14.
You almost
Lipped it
made
out on
6 in a
15.
row, I heard.
Yeah, lipped it out on 15 from the bunker for 6-0 in a row. Shot 69. Great number to shoot. Some people like that number. I personally do because it's one less than 70. And Nemacolin's in phenomenal shape.
Dude, how good are the greens right now?
You were not in phenomenal shape, bud. I mean, it's like, you know that troubadour hat you had that I have too?
Yeah.
The Tiffany blue one or whatever.
That's good.
Every time I see that hat now, I'm just going to think of you because you wore that hat and you were smashed, bud. Like, how many tequilas did you have on Sunday?
I would honestly say that I probably consumed a bottle and a half of tequila Sunday.
Like,
because
when
we drank beers on the course, and then where I went wrong is when we went back to the house with the boys, and instead of just chilling like you did, being a normal human being, I started drinking tequila.
Yeah.
Drink tequila. But you know what? What got me through it was this amino lean right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have some coming for the Greenbrier. So I think that got me through. There was a point where I got tired, and I'm like, you know what? I want to stay up. So I gave myself one more scoop at 2 a.m., but it didn't work. I was out at 2:30. So.
Oh, man. That was so much fun.
I almost fell into the creek, the Joe Hardy Creek. I'm naming it the Joe Hardy Creek at miniature golf. Knocked over Tyler Reeve's drink, and then I missed the curb and almost fell into that stupid little pond. So that was good.
Yeah.
Alcohol induced. So.
Listen, it's all good. You know, I told people he's not normally like this, but they get it. You're just having fun. I'm kidding. I didn't say that, but
because I keep it within reason. I'm not like out of control. I like to have fun. I'm actually fun when I drink. When I don't, dude, it's like.
Well, ask your wife what she thinks about that. You know, me, the opposite. Saturday night, we went over to the casino, went to the cigar bar. I didn't drink anything. Came back, sat outside by the fire till 2. And then Sunday, I definitely had some more drinks. The funny thing is, you know, our beer is vintage now, the Chasin Birdies Blonde Ale. And it was a hot topic this past weekend because everybody was drinking it. And they loved it. They loved it. Cole Swindell. This beer is freaking awesome. This is great grass cutting beer. This is great beer to drink on a golf course. Absolutely it is. But, you know, it's on the back burner right now. But the tequila, though, was, I don't know if it's now just because of the whole thing, but it's definitely, I think, the more popular choice. And High Noons. Mm-hmm. Those bastards were rolling around everywhere.
Yep.
Great weekend. Great times. I'm looking forward to a couple of days with you again, bud, and the boys down at the Greenbrier. Leading into this discussion right now, we're going to talk about this merger. However, LIV has a golf tournament at the Greenbrier, the Old White, later this year in August. And you know me, I'm like, hey, well, maybe I'll dabble and sign up for the Pro-Am, which is on Thursday before the tournament starts. So this goes back to January of this year. I sign up, put the deposit down, whatever. I kind of forget about it. I knew that I signed up, but I never got any notice or anything for that matter. So I figured I didn't get in, right? Wrong.
You're in.
I get an email, bud, that says you have been selected to play in the Pro-Am on the Old White at the Greenbrier for the LIV Golf Tournament. Please give us your answer by this time, this date, and let us know. And then there's a cost associated with it. We won't get into that. But more of the story is, your boys, I'm going to make the announcement now to you and to all of our little bit of listeners out there that I am playing in that Pro-Am, period.
You're in the LIV event.
I will be there, bud. I will be there supporting the great state of West Virginia, the LIV Golf Tour, and getting the Chasin Birdies name out there.
Question for you. You show up to the pairing party. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Bashar's team gets called, and you guys get paired with Cameron Smith.
That'd be great. That would be it for me. Big Cam Smith fan. That was part of the reason why I was depressed last year whenever he left after he won the British. But great guy from what I understand. Buddy of George Burgee, good buddy of mine. So I figured me and Camo would have a lot in common other than the fact that he's a great golfer. great golfer, and I'm, a great, decent amateur golfer. That would be who I want to play with. I'll probably get paired up with like Brooks' brother Chase or some bullshit like that. Or I don't really care, to be honest with you. But
I hope you get paired with like Charles Howell III. I love that guy
sick.
growing up.
That would be cool.
And he hasn't responded to our messages yet, so that would be a great time to bring that up to him. So Charles Howell III, which you're probably not listening, you'll be listening here in a few weeks. Now, I have so much to say about what happened, what transpired 2 days ago. Okay. The PGA Tour, the DP Tour, and LIV are now one tour. And you can interrupt me whatever you feel like it, but I'm going to tell you the PGA Tour got absolutely owned in this whole transaction. And people are going to say, well, how did they get owned, Pepe? Well, they got owned because they took this whole stance that's dirty money. That's money that was involved in 9/11. That's money that was involved in murders in Saudi Arabia. That's dirty money. We're not taking that money. Well, who's taking the fucking money now? And I'll tell you, man, I was good with the two different tours. It was kind of nice. It improved everybody. Made the PGA Tour be a little bit better. If you're Will Zalatoris, bud, Will Zalatoris was offered $120 million, 3-4 months ago? Okay? The guy just had back surgery. He said, no, I'm going to stick with the PGA Tour. He says no to the money, has back surgery. Now what, dude? Tiger Woods, $800 million he was offered. Stuck with the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Rory McIlroy, the PGA Tour almost used him as their voice, and everybody's got egg on their face. You know who the one person is laughing right now is Greg Norman and Phil Mickelson.
Well, Greg Norman apparently said that he was not even aware of this merger.
How is he not aware of this merger? How are the PGA Tour players not aware of this merger?
Well, they weren't aware of it either whenever they had their players meeting last week at the Muirfield. It was never brought up. Nothing about that.
Yeah, no one on the PGA Tour knew about this, dude. But you wake up, you take this stance for your career, and then you got egg on your face because of this moron. Jay Monahan he's a phony.
Well, here's what I'll say. I agree with you on the point that there are going to be a lot of pissed off players. Guys that turn down the money to stay loyal and true to their heart and what they originally committed to when they set their foot to become a professional golfer. So there's going to be a lot of people that are just right now just pissed, shocked. I think that this decision was made on more of a broader basis than just what we are seeing and what we're digesting now. Look, we're 2 days into this. We don't have all the details. We don't know what this is going to look like. But from my opinion, early on, I think it's great for the game of golf. I'm not saying that we're going to have another learning curve here. Like, we were starting to drink the LIV Kool-Aid a little bit, just getting acclimated to it.
I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you.
So when you look at the way it was set up now, we had all four majors with everyone playing.
Mm-hmm.
How will these players now be able to manage their schedule? The one thing that I'm not clear on, and maybe by the time this episode drops, we'll have more color on this, but apparently they still need to go through a process of some reinstating to get back on tour. And that doesn't make sense to me. If this is one umbrella, what do you know about that?
All I've seen is that they are going to need to go, I think at the end of 2023, that's when they can attempt to be reinstated in the PGA Tour or whatever. That's what I'm not understanding here is.
That's what I don't get. So,
like, you're saying that they're acquiring it. To me, whenever you acquire that, it's all within one. It's not like, it almost seems like it's going to be three separate tours still. They're just going to be one big company. And we're going to be, again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's great for golf. Now we can all play in the same sandbox, right? That's fine. I'm good with it. I don't like how freaking 4 weeks ago, we're bashing LIV, PGA Tour. We're bashing how they have the money's dirty, this, that, and the other. Can't believe this. Jay Monahan's talking about how bad the money is, and you got people that are backing you and sticking next to you, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Will Zalatoris. That's life-changing money, even for those guys, dude. $800 million to Tiger, that's life-changing money. I know Tiger's $1 billion, whatever. And then you go and do it, dude. You go and do it. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, there's a lot. Everyone's using the word hypocrite right now. Like, it's probably the most used word the last couple of days. But again, there has to be a bigger reason why this was done. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know that yet. The bottom line is this. You, me, and probably 99% of our listeners, we love the game of golf. The basics of how golf is played is not going to change. It changed with LIV from 72 to 54, music, teams, that whole bullshit. But the game itself is not going to change.
No.
And to me, that's all I care about as a spectator. I still want to see the 4 rounds of golf. I still want to see the players competing for the majors. And that's not going to change. So I'm not getting worked up about it. It's like, yeah, you can call anyone a hypocrite. Yeah, Phil Mickelson right now, he is loving this. Loving this. All those guys on LIV Tour are loving this. PGA Tour guys right now are probably so salty and pissed because of what happened. But to me, golf is golf. They're not changing the rules, putting in clocks. We're not having robots driving around carrying bags. Maybe we will at some point. Golf course architecture is still golf course architecture. So that's the beauty of golf. It's not like a game where, baseball, they try to screw with baseball. It's a better move for baseball having the pitch clock. But baseball was the only game in sports where there wasn't a timer. It wasn't timed. Now it is. Mm-hmm. And people that are real big into baseball, they don't like it. They're like, oh, this is the only game that we had that was never regulated by time, and now it is.
Well, so that's the hardest thing for people, and you can agree, is the hardest thing for people is change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what we're going through. We finally, I feel like people finally kind of got past the change part of the LIV PGA Tour, whatever. We were living with it, but now it's like, here we go again. And, I'm pulling up a tweet from former President Donald Trump that he posted last year, July 18th, 2022. Mm-hmm. Okay? Allegedly, Donald Trump tweeted this. Mm-hmm. All of those golfers that remain loyal to the very disloyal PGA in all of its different forms will pay a big price when the inevitable merger with LIV comes. Mm-hmm. And you get nothing but a big thank you from the PGA Tour officials who are making millions of dollars a year. Mm-hmm. If you don't take the money now, you will get nothing after the merger takes place. And only say how smart the original signees were. Good luck to all, and congratulations to really talented Cam Smith on his incredible win. Mm-hmm. So that was my next question to you. Actually, a form of it. And he, of course, was right with what he just said. Now, the players that signed the big deals, we'll use Brooks Koepka, for example, $400 million or whatever he got. Is he still going to be paid that deal out, or is it a lump sum, or does he have to pay it back? What? Again, it's so early and fresh. What are they going to do with his contracts?
Hell no, I don't think they're going to have to pay that money back. I mean, those are contractual obligations that would merit some type of. No.
But hey, I mean, back to what the PGA Tour said. The Saudis are dirty money. They'll come for you. They'll kill your family. Blah, 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 blah. Here we are.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't think that that's going to happen. Now, what they may have to do is work out a scenario where a guy wants to play under the LIV Tour umbrella. What's going to have to... The only way that's going to work is if they can still have PGA Tour status and play on LIV. And the question is going to be if they commit to LIV, because LIV's its own circuit, or was, are they going to be entitled to a sign-on bonus for doing that? And the question is going to be whether or not LIV offers that now, or is it going to be, lateral movement between the tours at will? If Koepka wants to play at Muirfield next summer in the Memorial, or someone wants to play in a LIV event, that's what I envision it to be, is unilateral movement. Like, they're able
mind-blowing to me.
But I think what's done is done, and the only thing that's ahead of us now is this change in the future. So,
and I'm good with it. Honestly, man, I'm good with the change. I'm fine with it. But this Jay Monahan, man, I don't think many PGA Tour players who back this guy are really happy. Like you said, Tuesday morning, none of them knew. None of the PGA Tour players knew. Completely surprised. Didn't even get. They find out via social media. It's. I mean, again, you said it hypocritical, but it is.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the word to use, and it's in the correct content of that. But I don't know. Again, it's too early on. This is big news. This is big news for the golf world, people. It's kind of had me buzzing since the news dropped. What's it going to look like? And at the end of the day, we're still going to have golf. We're still going to have the great tournaments. Yeah. And we're going to have the good players. Now maybe we'll get to see them all again in some way, shape, or form outside of the 4 majors. I don't know.
I mean, is my PGA Tour LIV match, it's definitely out the window now, huh?
It's
or
out the window.
It's not.
Or maybe it's not. PGA Tour versus LIV match.
You never would have. Would you ever thought this was going to happen? Ever?
Never. And apparently, from some people that I've talked to, that, and I'm not saying this is true, so I'm not putting that out there, but I have spoken to some people who are around LIV Golf a little bit, and apparently they were not happy with how it was shaping up to be, taking off right now, potentially not going the way they thought it would.
Envisioned it.
So maybe it was a move on both parts to say, look, let's drop the egotistical mindsets right now and work together to better the game of golf. And as long as they better the game of golf, bud, that's it. That's it.
The fact Greg Norman didn't know.
That's what I read.
I mean, that's... So this is... the backers probably weren't very happy with the way things were going. I mean, let's be honest. You were the CW. That was your TV station, but I don't even get the CW. So,
you don't have cable. I mean,
it's not really for you to disclose to anybody else, but thank you for that.
Sorry.
But I mean, again, if he doesn't know, maybe the higher ups weren't very happy, and here they took it and ran with it. So good for them. Again, I don't really. I'm just more like, you were the same people that said this is dirty money.
Right.
You had people that stood behind you. Like the Will Zalatoris. That's the first thing that came to my mind is Will Zalatoris did. The freaking guy turned down $120 million. Not long after that, injured his back. For what? For what? It's mind blowing to me, and hey, whatever. Like you said, I'm still gonna watch. I never watched a LIV Tour event. Never, probably will, unless it's a commingling, within that. But I grew up watching the PGA Tour, and that was my thing. So,
yeah, no, and again, I don't discount what you're saying. I mean, yeah, it was sad to see that whole thing break last year, and this tour come out, and some of the guys leave. That was certainly a little upsetting, and watching how they played, it wasn't that, and it wasn't anything that I was really stoked about watching. But they were able to play in the majors, good thing. And now we got the merger going on. What is this going to look like? We really don't know. But the bottom line is this: lowest score wins. A birdie is still 1 under par, and a bogey is still going to be 1 over par. And at the end of the day,
still chasing birdies, bud.
Yeah, and that's all I care about as a golf enthusiast. Just keep golf the way it was meant to be played, whether you're on a DP tour, the Wendy's tour, the fucking LIV tour. Just play golf the way it was meant to be, and we will be happy.
And you should shop the way it's meant to be. And why do you ask? Because our friends
Why?
over at Joyce's Jewelry are getting things ready for Father's Day. Not too far away. A lot of us, have the special dads in our life, and the kids. There's kids that have their dads and grandfathers and all that. Make sure you check out joycesjewelry.com for that special father in your life. Chasin Birdies 20 at checkout will get you 20% off. They have a lot of cool things. William Henry knives, William Henry money clips, bracelets for men, necklaces for men, timepieces of all price points, $500 and up. So they've got something for everyone at Joyce's Jewelry. joycesjewelry.com.
The service is impeccable at Joyce's. I personally broke my Breitling watch, my really good Breitling watch. I reached out to Brandon Katzeff. I sent an inquiry at first to the Joyce's website. And then I realized, well, I may as well just text BK. But I broke my watch. He calls up the watchman at Joyce's, Zach. Zach said, we have all the records internally. We do not need proof of purchase or a certificate of authenticity. We will take care of this for you. So my Breitling watch is getting fixed, and it's going to come back looking brand spanking new. Thank you, Joyce's. Check them out.
Maybe with the time set correctly.
joycesjewelry.com. So, we could go back and forth all day about the LIV thing, the PGA thing. It's Brandel Chambly.
Oh, he's.
I don't know if you saw Tuesday afternoon, that thing came out where he said, this is a sad day for whatever he said. I don't know. But my man looked beat. I mean, he looked beat. He looked worse than you yesterday morning, bud. Like, the circles under his eyes looked like someone just made an eagle. Double circles. Terrible.
A little bender.
And Koepka's loving it. Yeah.
Everybody's
a little
loving
bender
it.
there.
Everyone
loving it.
Because everybody looks like an idiot that defended the PGA Tour. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Golf Channel, like ESPN, everybody looks like an idiot defended the PGA Tour. Or whatever. We are, we are in the transition we're starting to talk about the fall, and we're going to be redoing our shop. We're taking everything down. We're getting all new swag. We're going to do a little B Dratty, Zero Restriction, Grayson, Johnny O.
Yep.
Who else we got out there? Holderness and Bourne. We're going to do some different things with each one of these companies and get a new refresh site going for you to purchase some cool stuff. I love that hat, by the way.
Playin Through.
The Playin Through hat.
What a
great
concept.
logo. The logo is so cool that they have.
Well, we had a great time yucking it up with those boys from Nashville. I mean, they're
a ball.
Good people. Good people.
They're a ball.
Good golfers. Great golfers. I mean, Tyler Reeve's a hell of a golfer. Cole Taylor, hell of a golfer. Swindell was making putts left and right. I know it had a lot to do with his Chasin Birdies head cover and a new purchase. But those guys are all players, man. So not only can they sing and play the guitar, they can freaking play golf.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of golf, what's your golf game looking like now headed into the weekend, bud?
It's good, man. I'm excited. If I can get a putter going, that might help me out a little bit. I might have a new putter in the bag by then, so I got to be honest. I might be taking my old trustworthy blue one, the OG. Well, I'm taking Bettinardi out to put a Bettinardi back in, my OG one. So it's a little longer. This short one's concerning me a little bit, boys and girls. It's 33 inches, and you're using a 33-inch putter. And if people know us, I should probably be using a longer putter.
I don't know if mine's 33. Might be 33 and a half. I'm loving the Bettinardi putter right now.
You're making some big bombs.
Yeah, my game has gotten a lot better the last 2.5 weeks. I don't know what it is. I'm driving it really well. I'm wedging it phenomenally. Making putts. Not making too many mistakes. I played in those dinky qualifiers for the West Virginia Amateur, which I love. But it's like I get out there, I'm playing these courses, and I'm freaking like I said.
It's mental.
It's mental. It's mental. I got to call Bob and have him walk me through this. I mean, I got some bad lies many times, divots and some sand traps that weren't full of sand. But no excuses. I didn't play well in those things, but every round outside of that, it's been par, 3 under, 1 over, 75 yesterday with you, 75 for you. So I'm feeling good about it. We have the member guest for myself and Mr. J.R. Hess at Allegheny Country Club coming up next week. We get to play with our buddies Eric Tangrady and Brandon Katzeff in our flight. Naturally, Roethlisberger's there again, but he's not in our flight. So that should be fun to see those boys. Hopefully we meet up again at the shootout. You're headed over to Indiana to play in the Crooked Stick member guest next week.
I am
Great.
playing into
Kudos
Crooked
for
Stick
you.
member guest. Yeah.
And then we just committed to the Elvis Cup at Sewickley Heights on Monday, June 19th.
Which I'm looking at right
Sorkin.
now. We're just playing with Sorkin, and I see that our ex-guest Merrill Hodge is playing in it. So
Is he?
yeah,
Well, that's great.
yeah, he's playing.
That'll be
in
a good time. And then we bring it back here to West Virginia, Pikewood member guest. And that's it. And you know what? We were talking yesterday about some things. Not you all have the person that's playing at a handicap that they shouldn't be playing at.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be playing at. It hurts you. But the whole handicap system is so screwed up sometimes.
It's
You
so
put
screwed
these rounds in, it doesn't do anything. But the biggest thing I'll tell you people out there is don't try to be a better golfer than what you are. If you're a 2 handicap, play at a 2. But if you're a 6 and you want to play at a 2, don't do that. Just don't. Just don't fucking do that.
Don't do it. It hurts you. It hurts everybody.
Hurt you.
It's just so.
And then
Yeah.
here we go.
Go ahead.
I do want to tell you guys. I do want to tell you something. I know this is our banner session. This is a great episode just to hear us two yuck it up a little bit. We will be bringing some more phenomenal guests back on the Chasin Birdies. But I want to tell you something, bud. I bought you and B-Cats a gift. I haven't given it to you yet.
You bought us a gift?
I did, and I know Christmas is still 6 months away, but I bought you guys a gift, and I'm going to tell everybody what it is. I bought you and Mr. Katzeff a spot at Marion in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And you're going to
Never
play
been.
with me. Yeah, you're going to play with me. You're going to play with another member. So there's 4 of us, bud, are going to have to throw on, or the 3 of us, we're going to put on the calendar and get out to Marion late summer, early fall, and yuck it up. So you're welcome. You don't have to thank me now. I know,
I'll wait till
you'll be like, hey, Badge, what's your mailing address again? And I'll be like, okay. And then next thing you know, I get a package. It'll be Holderness and Bourne sweatshirt. Here, bud. I had this thing. Thanks, bud.
Well, thank you, bud, for that. I appreciate it. Just another
You're
golf trip for the boys. And I'll tie in the old Philly Cricket Club for that week as well for us so that we can do a little 2-day Philly Cricket Marion. Maybe this time, I don't know if you recall, last time we went to Philly to play, you guys didn't book a hotel until the day we were heading out there, if you recall. We were going to play Pine Valley and Philly Cricket and Stonewall. So maybe we can plan the hotel a little in advance.
Yeah, we could do that.
Maybe we can all get individual hotel rooms this time around the sun. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. And maybe you guys can pay me back sometime in the future. Take me somewhere.
I'll take
For
you
now, I'm
somewhere.
taking you.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Oh, shoot, man. That was a lot of fun with you, though, last weekend, buddy. And
It was a blast.
I'm excited to keep this thing going with you this upcoming weekend down at White Sulphur Springs.
And stay tuned, guys. There is a video coming out with myself, Ryan, Tyler Reeve, and Cole Taylor. So some cool,
we'll
fun
get that
stuff that's
going
coming
on.
out. We'll get that maybe next year. Make sure you go to Chasin_Birdies. Like us, love us, double tap, like the post, listen. We appreciate the support from our friends, our family, listeners. Keep tuning in. There's going to be some cool stuff coming up. And then chasinbirdies.com if you want to see a list of our episodes.
Yeah, guys. Keep listening. Keep spreading the word. We've had a lot of good feedback here lately. And we're just going to continue to do what we do. Hopefully entertain you all a little bit. And at the same time, entertain ourselves. And with that being said, today kicks off the RBC Canadian Open, so make sure you watch a little golf this weekend. See how these players react. Watch for their moods.
Hosted by LIV Tour. Or no, I don't know.
It's just living, baby. It's just living, man. But, you know, we always appreciate you guys listening, loving us, sharing us. Like I said, I didn't say this, but like he said, we will have some new swag offerings coming out this fall. Great for campfires. Great for evening rounds in the cool, chilly temps. And outside of that, my man, I got nothing else to say. What about you?
Nothing else to say, my man. I want to get down there so quickly. Sunday cannot come soon enough. I'll see you in the car, bud. We're riding down together. So I guess see you at the Greenbrier.
See you at the GB. I'm headed out here now to meet up with Woody Woodward and Mason Williams, pegging it up today at Pete Dye in Bridgeport.
Tee high and let it fly. Have fun.
Hey, thank you guys for listening here on Chasin Birdies. Thank you to Evo and Allie over at Simpler Media for pivoting with us and putting this damn thing together, getting it out there. We appreciate all you do. Thank you to Jacqueline DiPaterio, Rachel London for all your help. You girls are killing it for us. You guys have a safe, happy weekend. Kick back, relax, watch some golf, go out there and chase them, and we'll catch y'all in 2.